Tonight, a 5-year-old dies after falling from a roller coaster.
Victim of a vicious attack, the man whose ear was bitten off.
The row over the treehouse that broke council planning law.
And we test the beaches to tell you where it's safe to bathe. A ferry worker from Dover has been jailed for 3 years for biting off a man's ear in a fight. Brian Winton attacked a Channel Tunnel worker, Patrick Neary, in a wine bar. Mr Neary's ear has been implanted in his thigh until surgeons can sew it back on. From Canterbury Crown Court, David Forsdyke sends this report.
Brian Winton was jailed after a 3-day hearing, the court being told of a gruesome fight which the judge described as quite appalling violence. Winton's victim was Channel Tunnel electrician Pat Neary, who lost an ear and nearly his sight in the fight in October last year. Winton had confronted Neary in Bluff's wine bar in Dover. Winton had stripped to the waist to fight, the pair falling down steps to the street. There, Winton tried to gouge out Mr Neary's eyes. Mr Neary told the court, "The pain you cannot imagine. I thought I was going to lose my right eye. I tried to get away out of sheer panic and self-preservation." But Winton hadn't finished. He then delivered a chilling message and calmly said, "I'm going to bite your ear off." He sank his teeth into Mr Neary's right ear and tore it off. In court, Mr Neary described a ripping sensation, but he was blind as to what was happening to him. When Mr Neary's eyes had recovered, he saw his attacker standing over him. He spat the ear onto the floor and said, "There's your ear back." Mr Neary's ear was packed in ice after the fight and he was taken to hospital. Doctors have implanted it in his leg. There are hopes it'll grow more blood vessels to be grafted onto the side of his head later. The judge, Mr Justice Rook, said Winton was guilty of hideous injuries, causing a scar the victim will carry for the rest of his life. The court was told that Winton was a former boxer, soldier and nightclub bouncer. As the sentence was handed out, more than a dozen of his friends left the court in silence. David Forsdyke, Coast to Coast, Canterbury Crown Court.
Pension